And we are live. Vicky, you and I. Yay!
Finally together. Hi, everyone. Hello to everyone. Good morning,
We
good evening, good night.
yes, we have to cover all bases. So
Yes.
we'll wait for we got hang on, one person's watching. That might be my mum.
No, everyone
No.
is going to come. Let's wait for a little bit. We can chit chat.
Yes, well
So,
we haven't chit chatted in a while.
yes.
It's
And
been a
how was
long
your
time.
trip? I know that you have been teaching last weekend.
Yes, so I got back last night, and then I leave a week Wednesday to go to Adelaide
Oh,
to teach
nice.
for the weekend. Yeah, so very, very busy.
Very
Um,
busy. That's a good thing.
it is good to keep busy. Hi, Dana. Um, hey,
Hi,
Emily.
Emily. Hi.
Um, Aneska.
Agnieszka.
Hello, darling.
Hello.
So nice. Yeah, so, and you've been busy too.
Yes, I am busy with my videos, posting things and inspiration. I'm doing my best so that people can find easily inspiration with a new collection. I'm having so much fun with it. So
Vicky,
much fun.
I saw hi Sarah. I saw a on Instagram you used today Sea Dream. It was your art journal, but it was the
Yes,
orange tones. I
yes.
fell in love with it.
That's the one that I did with the new Sea Dream collection. Absolutely gorgeous. It has that Mediterranean vibe that, of course, it
Yes,
speaks to my heart. And you know what? I love the fact that now we get a new collection every month, so we don't get bored. Because even with my collection, I love my collection, but again and again using the same thing. But that's good because Stamperia gives us always something new to play with.
I love how you say we don't get bored. Vicky, you
Yes,
do realize we're busy all the time. There's no getting bored. But I agree, getting it every month, I like it
true.
better.
I don't remember where I did that. Let me see. Maybe it's here.
That's
Is
okay.
it? Yes.
Yes. Yes. It is beautiful.
Yes, so this is a project that I did and it's free for everyone. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can
Mhm.
follow along. It has lots of fun techniques. We play with acrylic paints, with stencils, with volume paste. We do lots of things with ephemera and layering. It's so much fun.
It's
Yeah.
gorgeous. I saw it today and fell in love. In love.
Yeah.
Loved it. Everything. So we've got heaps of people coming in now.
Perfect.
And I'm popping everyone in as fast as I can
Hi,
click.
Magas, Catherine from
Um,
Montreal.
Roberta, Lamona, we got Kelly. So Kelly was at my classes on the weekend.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
yes. So we've got
Hi, everyone. Hi, Gloria, Isabel. So everyone is starting to
yes.
come in.
I'm clicking and I'm still going down. Oh look, Sue. Oh, isn't that
Thank
beautiful?
you. Thanks, Sue.
Crafty.
Oh, and of course,
I'm clicking. I'm clicking. Yes.
thank
If I miss
you.
you, I'm sorry, but we
You know
have.
what we can do? While we are waiting for everyone to come in, I can show a little bit of the supplies that we're going to use.
Yes, do that. And I'll keep
Let's,
clicking. I'll do my job. You do
yes.
yours. Perfect.
So today I am going to make a journal. The journal I'm going to make in the mixed media paper journal. And I'm going to make just one page because if I try to make the two, I'm sure I'm not going to fit in a double page in 1 hour. So I'm going to work on one page, but I'm going to tell you how you can expand it. It is really easy to come together, to put it together if you want to make it bigger or even smaller, on the smaller
Mhm.
size. These are things that you can really recreate in your own way. Then I'm going to use the primer to show you a technique that you can do with the stencils. And for the stencils, I'm going to go with two of the new stencils from my new collection. This is the leaf.
Beautiful.
And as I go
Christina,
and use them, I will
sorry,
tell you the codes.
perfect, because I don't have them with me on hand because I had to clean my craft room today. So
Before we started, when I grabbed everything, I made sure that I went and wrote down what it is.
actually, I started doing that with some of my stamps because I was every time I do work, I've got to jump onto Stamperia, find the code, and I thought that's it. I've had enough. I'm going to write it on
Yes,
my
yes,
stuff.
that's what I do. So I'm also going to use three of my ink pads, and I'm also
Mhm.
going to grab the black one for
Mhm.
some background stamping. I will use both the new brushes, the sponge, as well
Yeah,
as these ones.
favorite ones. Yes.
Wait, it went down. Okay, and then I will use ephemeras. There are two packs of ephemeras for this collection. I'm going to use the one that has the ladder, the houses, and the pot inside. I will tell you which one it is when we get to it.
Okay.
And then
Sounds
finally, I'm going to use one of the new stamps from my
mm-hmm.
collection. This is one that I love because it is perfect for creating backgrounds. And even the little details like the butterflies can be used again and again. The fun
Yeah.
part is that you get the same design as the design in the ephemeras, but you can
Mm-hmm.
color it any color that you like to match your project. That's what I love about that. And then you get
I
the
love that.
text and the wood grain, really versatile. The clocks, you can fit clocks in any project. And also this little thing, if you don't have enough time to do the crackle with that paste, yes, then this is a great stamp to recreate that look with the crackle. So,
It's one of my favorite stamps. So Christina says hello. She
hi,
misses you.
Christina. Hi, hi. I miss you too. We have to
I
wait
think
so long until we meet
I
again.
think we need to do another teachers convention
Yes,
very
yes.
soon. Just putting it out there. Uh, okay, so what I might do then is okay, now everyone's going to have to bear with me because I feel like it's been a long time since I've had to host. And I'm going to try my very best to move the screens around. So if I go MIA, stay on because I'll log back in just in case I kick myself out.
No problem. I have to cover up a page with primer, so I'll do my
Okay,
thing.
well, I'm gonna well, while you do that, I'm gonna see if I can. I don't like that. Oh, I did
Okay,
it.
perfect.
So we're
Can you
both
hear me?
small. Yes, perfect.
Perfect then. So
Uh,
I'm going to use the primer, and this
oh,
is, can you see the code?
no, but I think it's K3P28, is it?
Yes,
Yes. Okay.
K3P28G. So
Yeah.
the primer, and I get a lot of questions about the primer, and if you can use for this technique the gesso as well. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to do. I want to apply the inks on my page, but because I want to use the lifting technique where I lift color from the page, it is really easy to do it when you are working over primer or if you are working over gesso. Primer and gesso, when it comes to paper, they do pretty much the same thing. It is really different when you are working on a glass or a very slick surface like plastic or things like that. You want to
Mhm.
go with primer better. I think so, yes. You are the 3D expert. But for paper, for me at least, they are both the same.
I like the primer because it's a little thinner. So the
Uh-huh.
gesso is okay. Let me just show you. So gesso you can use as well, but I find where are we? It's very thick. So
Oh, okay. That's the
um,
difference then.
yeah, there is a little bit, but it still seals your paper, which is the whole
Your
idea of using primer and gesso.
Yeah, then maybe. you can decide which one you want to use. If you want to see brush strokes or you want to create a texture at this stage just by applying too much and making something more interesting on your background. Now, at this stage, it doesn't really matter if everything is applied perfectly. If you do have some areas where you didn't apply it, it's going to grab the ink differently and it's going to give you a lovely effect. So as I always say, don't worry about it at all. If something doesn't look right, you just say that it was intentional.
There is no mistakes when it comes
Good morning,
to
Sylvia.
mixed media, no mistakes.
No mistakes. Yeah, it's not like card making where you make a card for someone and it has to be perfect. So I'm going to turn on my heat gun now, although I didn't apply a lot and it's almost dry.
Hello, Omar. We miss you. Oh,
Omar, hello.
Yes.
Now that I see Omar, I remember everyone has to like the video and share it to everyone.
Yes, like, share, hearts, invite people, do whatever you need to do to get more people watching. So, Vicky, Clara's just asked, and I know you said it before, but just want to double check. It is the regular is it the regular stone paper or the mixed media?
It is the regular paper, and I will show you the difference of the technique and why I'm doing it. Since you asked, it is a good opportunity to show that. So let's say what I'm going to do is to apply and cover the whole thing with my dye inks. And since we are here, let's try something. So this is just paper, just paper. And let's grab that ink here. And the one that I'm using is raspberry. My favorite. I absolutely love these two. Gorgeous.
Yep.
Okay, so raspberry. I'm going to apply it on paper. And of course, you can oversaturate if you like and build up the color and the intensity. And now I'm going to bring in some water.
Let's see if I can bring that.
And add some splatters here. So as it dries, you will be able to see, I don't know if you can tell, that the splatters are starting to appear.
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so as it dries, it's going to be even more prominent, and you can even blot it with some paper towel if you like. So this is going to give you a lovely ghost effect. But it really depends on the paper. So for example, on this scrap paper that I tried, it actually bubbles. It's not watercolor paper. But you can definitely get the result. Yeah. Here, let me, on my paper, it doesn't bubble up. And you need to wait for it to dry. And as it dries again, you are going to get a good look where it lifts. Like that. Okay?
Oh, yes,
and
yes,
then,
yes.
Now, in this paper, you can see a little bit better the result. And then we have the stone paper. Now, on the stone paper, let's go on the last page. On the stone paper, I don't have anything here. It's not coated directly on top of the stone paper. You will find that you get a completely different color, very light.
Yep.
So depending on the surface that you are working on, you see a different result. And then when I apply water on top, and I can blot, you will see that I lift the color completely.
Oh,
So the
yes.
effect here is really vibrant. You can really see what is going on here. And that means that you can definitely take one of the stencils and you can grab one of baby white and go over it like that, which is going to give you a perfect impression of the stencil. So
We
what I'm
can't
doing now on
we
today's
can't quite
example
see Vicky.
is that,
Mm, your screen's very glitchy at the moment.
can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but your screen is really glitchy.
Is
Like
it?
it, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It has to do with our connection
Internet.
lately. We are having some issues.
That's okay. We can see what you
Let
just
me
close up.
go.
Hmm?
Mm, I can't do anything. What can I do about it?
Nothing. Nothing. It's internet issues. Just let everyone know that it is the internet. It's not Vicky. Just so you know.
Yes. Is it
It's
better
good.
now?
A little bit better, yes.
Yes.
So you keep doing you. I'm happy to watch you.
Okay. Okay. So now here we do have primed page. It's not like this one. And I'm going to apply the color on the primed page. Just for fun, I'm going to combine 3 ink pads. So I'm starting
Mm.
with raspberry. And this is
Let
a
me just.
really fun process. I always like to take my time. I usually go and apply a very thin layer. And if I need to, then I can go on and oversaturate or make darker and lighter areas. And the good thing about having a primed background is that you can see some brush strokes, you can get some lighter and darker areas depending on how differently you have applied the primer, which gives the background a more interesting look. So it doesn't look so flat, even if we didn't do any other technique on top of it yet. It really looks interesting.
Beautiful. So
So
what color are you using next, Vicky? Is that the
So
yellow?
the next color is warm willow, yellow, and the code is WKPR07.
07. Thank you. Just pop that in. And I did a Stamperia order, and I think I might have ordered too many of your brushes by accident.
Oh, they are never enough because you see,
So when
I don't
when I
use them
opened,
only for the dye ink pads. I have one that I use with the wax. So I can use it. I usually go with the wax and I use it to make everything permanent. So if you go over it here and buff
oh
it with the wax and one of
yeah,
these, it's going to become permanent. So I have one just for that.
that's a good idea. I didn't actually think of that.
Yeah, and you can think so many other ways to use them. You can even use it to apply your makeup.
Well, actually, I was thinking I'm a little short on makeup brushes, but I don't know what I was thinking, but I think I ordered like twice as much as what I needed. But
Wow.
I will use them. I know I will use them.
Yes. Look at this now. This is a good example of what happens. Now, this isn't dry yet, which means that you can lift it with your fingers. But if you do use your heat gun, it's going to dry. I don't want this to dry yet because this allows me to blend the colors beautifully. Look at the seamless blending that I have here.
Mm.
You cannot see where it starts and where it ends. And that's because my background is primed and the ink stays at the top and allows for perfect blending.
Hi, Cindy.
Also, when you are going to do the lifting technique with the water, if it's not dry yet completely, it's even better. You will get a better result. Now, I'm going to move on to the next color, and this is turquoise, and that's WKPR12.
Thank you.
And as I'm doing that, I can talk a little bit about the brushes. I get a lot of questions about the brushes on whether, for example, you can wash them. You can definitely wash the brushes. You can use them as exactly as you are working with the rest of the brushes, your paint brushes. Like you wash them with soap or with warm water. That's the thing that you can do with these ones too. And then you can easily switch from color to color if you don't have many. However, you can use one brush for every color family. Like with this one, you can go with blues, any shade of blue, for example. I do have one for every one of my ink pads just for the ease of use and because they are my babies. But definitely you can switch from color to color. You know what you can do? You can grab one of these and just swipe it off here.
Oh,
And
so
then
just
you can move
on a
on to the
paper
next
towel.
color. You don't have to clean completely and make it wet. But of course, I wouldn't go with this one over a yellow, for example. You don't want to contaminate. You want to use colors that are close to each other from the same color family.
You know what, Vicky? I'm just
You're so
massaging my
shocked.
I'm just massaging my cheeks right now, and it feels delightful. So maybe,
You know,
maybe I will save a couple for my makeup. But it's actually
you
quite
know what?
relaxing.
One of the things that I love is that they have the cup. So I hold them like this, one next to each other, and they never contaminate.
Oh, actually,
They are
I
so
like the
soft.
way you've got them in that tin. I need to get one of those because, okay, so I brought back 3 of these babies from Budapest, and
Yeah.
I got home and I know I used them, and I could only find 1. I have no idea where the other
Oh.
2 are gone, which is
Yes,
why I
because
ordered.
everyone had.
Yes,
Maybe
they've
you
got
didn't get them. Maybe
no,
you
I
forgot
did.
them there.
No, I know I did because I opened the packets and I used them. So I've got a feeling one of my children have taken them. So that's why I
Oh,
ordered. It's the only thing I can think of because I've looked everywhere. Cannot find them.
okay. So now I'm using a baby wipe over my lip stencil, and you can see the beauty.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. I'm not going to do it everywhere, but it is really difficult to stop. You just want to cover it up completely.
When do you stop? When do you
I
know?
don't know.
I
Well, it's fun. So why do you have to stop when you're having fun? Yeah.
say you just keep going.
Yeah. So now you can see how it looks. And by the way, the stencil that I used was KSTDL
Oh,
75. It's one of the
hang
new
on.
stencils from the Welcome Home collection.
Vicky,
Cindy,
hang on.
hi.
Wait, I was too busy rubbing my neck with your brush. So what was the code again? Sorry. Yep.
KSTDL
Yep.
75. I think it's called leaf pattern. I always forget the names. Now, I'm going to really quickly use my heat gun to make sure that it doesn't lift anymore, although I think it is already dry.
Oh, look, people are saying, wow, I need to invest in some of these new brushes. Yes, you do. The blending, I can't blend to save my life. I have tried, but with these brushes, it's a it's a it's just so easy to do. So yes, you need to
Yes,
get them.
it's really easy to blend the color. You see the seamless, even from yellow to turquoise. It doesn't
Mhm.
look like you don't have that.
Like the block.
The transition is beautiful. It's so smooth.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
I agree.
So now let's do, what should we do? Let's do some stamping.
Are you doing stamping?
I'll do some
Yes. Oh,
stamping.
I have that one. I gotta see where. Here it is. I've got the code. You don't need to stress.
I have it.
Oh,
Don't worry.
I
It's
got it.
here. Okay.
WTK 167.
And I'm using the black shadow ink pad. This is WKPR01.
Done.
Now, this isn't permanent. This is a dye ink, so it lifts. It has exact same properties like the ones that we did previously. However, since I'm not going to add any water on top or any wet medium, I don't mind with the stamping. If you want to do something extra and you want to do stamping, maybe you want to go with an archival ink. It really depends on the techniques that you want to use. Like, for example, on the one that I shared with Paco's collection, where I have the stamping here, because I used mixed media on top, mixed media glue, I had to keep it permanent. Okay,
Vicky,
so it really
I
depends
love
because
that
I get a
page.
lot of questions.
I love that page. It is just so appealing to the eye. I don't know, it must be the colors or the way your composition, but I really
Yes.
love that page.
Mm, I got the color inspiration from this one, from the paper.
Yes.
And
It's
then the colors were in the six pack of the collection.
mhm, mhm.
All the acrylic paints that I used. So it is really easy for us. They make it so easy. You just get the collection, everything matches perfectly.
Well, actually, there is a new collection coming out next week.
Oh
It's
yes.
mm-hmm. Yes.
I cannot wait to share projects with this one. It's
Yes.
already in the house, but I'm not going to say anything because Omar
Yes,
is going to kill me.
I know, and I think he's watching, so we can't say anything. But I've done my creations, so they will be ready to be shared.
Now I'm randomly stamping and I'm not using a stamping block. I'm not paying too much attention on what is going on here.
Mm-hmm.
If you pay too much attention on, oh, it's not like that, oh, it's a little bit crooked, you cannot do this technique. Just go ahead and do it. Don't worry about it at
That's
all.
it. Don't think about it. You just stamp.
Yes, don't think about it.
Don't think about it.
And then I'm going to grab my stencil that has
Yep.
lots and lots of different borders. Now you can pick any type of border that you like from here. You even get borders with corners, which helps you do easily the corner. But the outside is what I absolutely love. It is a gorgeous one for creating borders. However, for this one, since the background has so much color, it has stamping, it has stenciling, I'm going to go with something more elegant so that I don't overwhelm the project. And I'm going to use one of the finger dabbers, which are
Oh,
great for using with this stencil because you see all the designs are very close to one another. You either have
uh-huh.
to use masking tape to cover up the part that you don't want to make sure that you don't make a mess. or, or you have to just use one of those.
Showing everyone what these are. You get a cool little cover for them, and they fit on your finger perfectly.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, Vicky,
Now,
these you can also use for your makeup too.
yeah, why not?
Yeah, for some concealer.
So I'm using one of the stencils, or one of the borders that has the little dots. And actually, I'm going to overlap it and make it a
Mm-hmm.
little bit thicker just to make it more interesting. So, like that. You don't have to use it the way it is. Just move it around. And also, it doesn't have to be perfect all around. Be more creative. It makes it look like if you know exactly what you're doing.
Um, what's the code on that stencil, Vicky?
KSTDL
Yep,
79.
79. Thank you.
Mercedes. When I started, I was only got so frustrated.
Yes, so she was saying that
Yes.
yeah, she was getting frustrated because she was trying to do perfect and straight, and then journaling is one of those things. I think it's more how you what you interpret art to be. So
Yes.
it's not necessarily for others. Well, it can be. Well, yours is. But I know I get asked all the time, what's the point of art journaling? And I always say, like, for me, it's an outlet. Like, if I am stuck with feeling creative, if I pull out my art journal 9 times out of 10, I will be inspired with something that I've created in my art journal to then go
Yes.
on to another project. But it's more
Mhm.
just playing with products and just doing you and enjoying the process.
And sometimes I see it as a study. For example, you can play with techniques. You can see what works. Like for example, we try 3 colors here. Do I like it? Maybe you like the color combination, and you can
Mhm.
transfer it on another project or on a card. The thing is that I started as a card maker, and then when I realized that art journaling gives you all that freedom to create whatever you like without anyone to criticize you, then I was
Mhm.
hooked because it is something that you do for yourself. It's not for the world, for everyone to see and criticize. You just have fun
Mhm.
with your products, and we are all creative people. We actually like to create and play. So if you want to play, just go ahead and play.
That's
It
what I
doesn't
say.
have to be perfect. At the end of the day, close the book. Did you have fun? Yes.
Yep, you crank that music up high and you just get in the zone and you just do whatever you want to do in those art journals.
Now, for some reason, I decided to do some splatters.
So Sarah says you
So,
must have a big kind heart, Vicky, because it shows in your art so bright and happy.
oh, thank you, Sarah.
And for those
Thank
of
you,
you that
Sarah.
don't know, yes, Vicky does have a big heart and she is so bright and happy, just so everyone knows. Yes.
Now, one of the things that I like to do is to always have a darker border. I think that it frames my project nicely. I think it makes it look more finished. So here, I don't want to overwhelm it, but still, I want to kind of make it darker. That's why very lightly I'm going around with the black shadow ink and the blending tool. And of course, you can bring it as far down as you like, or even you can use one of those, and make it even darker. I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
do that. I want to keep it today light and springy. So now I'm happy with the background. I think it looks fine.
Yes.
Now let's work on the focal points.
Ooh, I love
How
the
are
focal.
we on time? I think we are good with the time.
You just don't worry about time, Vicky. I got all night.
So I'm going to bring in my ephemeras, and there are plenty of elements here that you can play with. They are already cut out for you. You get adhesive at the back that you can use if you like. I
Mm-hmm.
have put out so that I don't look through what I'm going to use, but I'm going to show you what else you get. So I'm going to use some of the flowers, a butterfly, a ladder already cut out for you, some flowers, a pot, and a house. But in here, you are going to get way more products that you can play with. So you can mix and match and create your very own composition. Like you can have a teacup and another teacup,
Mm-hmm.
and you can do things like that, one inside the other, or you can make a composition with these ones and have flowers coming out. I mean, the sky's the limit. You can keep on playing with the butterflies, with the houses. You can use the card like this and have on top the houses to make it really
Oh my
whimsical and
gosh, that's
fun.
so cute. Yes.
Yes. And
Yes,
you
you're
can
next.
even have things coming out like this. You
Oh
can
my
build up
God,
something really fun.
that is too cute. Um,
I
like,
have yet to make one of those as
oh, well, guess
a
what? I'm doing
project.
it tomorrow, so don't you do it.
Okay, do it.
I'm going to steal your idea. That's beautiful.
Yeah, do that. And tag me.
I will. And I'll be like, beat you to it, Vicky. What you got? That's what I'm going to say to you. I love the ephemera, and I love that the fact that they're sticky backed.
Yes, which is something that I don't actually use. You know why? I'm going to tell you. Because when I stick everything down, I always change my mind and I want to tag things underneath. So if they are all the way flat, I cannot do that. Because you use, for example, you make dimensional projects and you are always able to somehow tag underneath. If I lay it flat here, it's not going to be an option for me. So I usually don't peel it off. I just use glue only at the center to hold it down. And then on the edges, I stay away from glue so that I can easily tag things.
Yep.
Now I'm going to grab a knife. And I'm going to cut a slit along this top side so that I can insert this one, because I don't like how it looks like that. You will see a straight line and I want to make it look better.
You know, we're watching
cardstock, but it isn't as thick of a cardstock as you think, so it's not difficult to cut out. And now I can measure and see if that fits inside. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to cut out a little bit of that.
Oh my gosh.
Ta-da! And it fits. So I get the curve. Plus, it looks dimensional.
Yes.
And if it doesn't fit perfectly, you can fake it, just cut out a few of the sides to make sure that it's in there.
Fake it till you make it.
Okay, let's do a perfect job.
Oh, don't cut.
There it is.
Yeah. Beautiful. That's so cute.
Yes. So now I'm not going to peel off the backing, although I can. I mean, you can do that. And people do have some issues about being able to do that. Try to find don't use your finger, don't use the corner. Try to find an area that is straight. And then just do this, and you will see that it starts to peel off. Yeah. It peels off for me. I don't want to peel it off, though, because I don't want to stick it down. Yeah. Now, I'm going to do the sticking with my glue. And where is my glue? This is my matte glue. This is going to ensure that if it goes outside of the area that you added, it's not going to look glossy.
I love your glue when it comes to art journaling.
The good thing is that it grabs paper on paper really quickly. But of course, if you want to stick on something else, then it's better to use the extra border. Yeah, because this is for paper to paper. It doesn't smell, it grabs really quickly, and it is great for that. Now, I'm going to make it whimsical.
It is so damn cute.
And I'm not even going to attempt to peel off this ladder.
I wouldn't either. Actually, I might give it. I don't know. Maybe it might be a challenge that I could.
Yeah, it is a challenge for someone, not me. And the good thing is that I have my glue, and I don't mind if it goes outside, because it's not going to show at all. When it dries, it disappears. Now, one thing that I like to do is to somehow bring it towards the top, and that's why I picked some of the flowers so that I can have things coming out of the chimneys. I find that with these houses, you can do that. It's so much fun. And I sometimes do little hearts coming out from there on other projects. You can have butterflies. You can have a big butterfly, for example, here, decorated.
Well, I think it's sitting in a pot. So having flowers coming out, it's like a flower pot, but you've got houses in there.
Yeah, I think it matches with the idea.
So, well, everyone is loving it. Cindy Bosniak has said beautiful and such fun techniques. Annette said so cute. Helen said so
Thank
pretty.
you.
Crafty I am
Thank
gave
you,
me
everyone.
hundreds.
The thing is that with all those ephemera, it is really hard to know when to stop because you can go ahead and keep on adding butterflies and little flowers and bits and pieces here and there. So sometimes it gets very, very busy. And the truth is that you don't need to add so much. No, let's add.
All right, everyone, let's do a hearts rain. Danka's just, I completely forgot. So let's do a hearts rain.
Thank you, Danka.
And remember to share and to like. We all love Vicky's products and we love that she's here sharing her knowledge with all of us. Oh, they're saying you're incredibly inspiring.
Thank you.
That's so sweet.
Oh, now I think my internet is again really bad. Eh?
Yeah, but it comes back. It's okay. We can still, if you squint, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to let everyone know.
Mm-hmm.
Squint like
now
this.
I'm using a little flower again from the same ephemera pack. I'm just going to put it here, I think. And then I have already cut out. You know, I had Antonis in my mind when I did that. You can cut them out from the beginning and have them already.
Vicky, you don't need to listen to him.
So,
he was just in your mind.
I'm going to bring in the collectibles pad, and I'm going to bring in the main pad just to show you that things that I used here and even more than what you get in the ephemera pack can be found there. So you see, you get many flowers like this one and other elements that you can combine. Like you can have a little cat, you can have one of those kitties sitting here on top of the house, of the pot. You can have a little dog pet here. It's really fun. You can play with all those elements. You can even have a little pot inside the pot.
Yes, that would be very cute. I
Let's
love
do
the
that.
collectibles. I think
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, see, you're going to have some form of animal to go with the flowers. So maybe.
To tell you the truth, I think this pot is also included in the ephemera, but it's okay. I'm good at fuzzy cutting.
You're very fast at it.
Although I am, yeah, because I'm not trying to be perfect, you know. Nobody knows how that design was in the beginning. And if I cut out a little leaf or if I chop off a flower, no one will ever know.
No.
Because the original isn't next to it, so everyone can compare. And the good thing is that I have a slit in here, so I can place it inside.
Stop it. So you knew you were going to do that, didn't you? You'd planned
No, I
this
didn't. There, a pot inside the pot. How cute is that? Fun here.
Yay!
So what I wanted to show you was that on this pack, you can even have a little clock coming through. Okay, no, I'm not going to add anything. You think so? You think I should add the clock?
Just a small one, because everyone loves a clock. And see what happens when you start. You're like, do I just add? When do you stop? So
Well, the project today is quite easy, but it gives a wow effect, I think. It's so cute and fun and colorful. And we can have fun and play because it's not very time consuming, as you can see.
I mean, who doesn't love a good clock?
Yes, clocks are good to use everywhere.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, Vicky. I
and
love it.
Here where the not sticking with the adhesive, the ephemeras comes handy because I can always tuck inside things like that.
Beautiful. Oh, that's so
And then if
cute.
you feel like it leaves, you can always go ahead and add a little bit of glue underneath if you feel like you need to make sure that it's going to stay put. I think it looks nice. Now, why I did bring this one out is because there is one of those pages with sentiments, quotes that you can use on your projects. Sometimes I like to cut out, instead of cutting a circle or an oval or whatever that's called, I like to cut them as strips and stick them down. This one, however, is not from here. It's from this paper pad. Where is it?
At the back.
This is the one I cut out.
Did you take the whole paper? Vicky, where is it?
This is the one cut out. Wait, I need to grab the paper. Do I have? Yes, there you are. So if you take a look at these ones, these are embellished. They have flowers and little designs all around, while the one on the collectables is empty. Only letters. So you can really pick whatever you like. Do we have one that says time to be happy? Because we have a clock on the page? No.
Which one did you cut out?
I cut out this one. Choose to be happy.
Well, we were happy choosing the clock.
I'll use this one.
Yeah.
Should I put it underneath or on top?
I was thinking underneath, and then I was like, oh, I like it. Yes, like that.
Yes. Let's help it out.
Perfect. Oh, and then you could probably do a butterfly.
And let's do that. Christina does that all the time.
Yes.
To add a little bit of something.
Bit of texture.
Yes. I like how it looks nested. I always like to somehow connect them, like they're not floating all over the place.
Yes.
Okay. And then you can definitely call this one done if you want. What I like to do is to add white splatters. I like to do some doodling. So I'm going to show you how I do that. I always have next to me a thin black marker, any black marker we do. I don't like to have it very thick, since I always want the lines to be very elegant so that they don't show too much. And then I always have a white gel pen so that I can add some highlights here and there.
I love watching you do the highlights with a white pen. I can't do it. Every time I do it, it always looks like the kids have done it.
So what I do is I'm not thinking too much. And when I'm using the black marker, I just go where I think I should help it define from the back. So, for example, let's do this one on top, at the bottom, so that it looks like a shadow. And here, just a little line, it's going to make it darker, and it's going to help it. So here we have two leaves. I'm going to add the sketchy lines on the top leaf, and it kind of creates dimension instantly. Like now you can tell which one is in the front and which one is at the back. Of course, I'm not paying too much attention. I don't go like perfectly like this. No.
I guess maybe that's where I'm going wrong then. And even Sue, she said, "Thank you, Farrell. I don't feel so bad. I can't do the white either."
You know, I think everyone is trying to make it perfect with the black lines, for example. The truth is that this isn't perfect. It is an art journal. So I made sure that nothing is perfect. The stamping isn't perfect. The blending isn't perfect. So if you try to do with this the perfect outline on all the images, it's going to show really bad. It doesn't match with the rest of the design. So just draw some lines and magically it comes together. I don't know how that happens.
I love how you say, just draw some lines. I'm going to show you one day, Vicky, what my line drawing looks like. And I'm pretty sure you're going to say to me, don't ever draw lines again.
No, but they do make a difference. They do make a difference.
They do. Yes, you make it look fantastic. I can remember watching you many years ago, and I just watched you do your lines, and I'm like, I can do that. And I did it, and I know I cannot do that, and I will not do that again.
Yeah, because we never like what we do, and we always like what the other people do. It happens to me as well, don't worry. When I look at your projects, I say, oh my God, that composition, wow, she's going even higher with that.
No. I don't know, it's just, I agree. Once you do your lines, it makes the art journal pop, but it also brings everything together. So I've always admired how you've done your black and your white lines. And
so I'm going to stop with the black ones here.
Okay, just take note.
I think that if you take a photo of the before the black lines and the after, it is a difference, although it doesn't show too much now. But it really defines somehow all the images, and they somehow pop against each other, especially when one is on top of the other. This is where you need to add that.
Beautiful.
And now let's do the white. Now I'm not going to think where the light is coming from, like where you have the light spot here and you add all the highlights on that way. No, this is whimsical, this is fun, this is just not highlighting. Let's say it's doodling, it's not highlighting.
You're killing me, right? Look,
don't overthink.
Do you know? Okay, funny you should mention that. I said that in my classes on the weekend. I said to the girls, you're overthinking it. Don't think, just shove things in, right? So you're telling me don't overthink it, but I know I'm going to overthink it when I try it. I know I'm going to. And then I'm going to ring you, Vicky. And I'm going to go, look,
do that. I've done.
No, well, you're going to be laughing very hard when you see the outcome. That's all I'm going to say.
Also notice I'm not trying to make the perfect lines. You see, I like the gaps. Sometimes I get comments about the white pens. The white gel pens are never reliable. Like you will not get a white gel pen that writes completely perfectly. It is a gel pen after all, and you try to write on different surfaces. But that gapping that you get is the trick, really. It really makes it look intentional.
Can you bring it up just a little closer, because your internet is really good at the moment, just so everyone can see, please, Vicky. Thank you.
Can you see the highlights now on the butterfly, on the flowers, on the rooftops? Here.
Beautiful.
There.
Love it.
So usually this is the finishing touch. And then what I like to do is to add splatters at the end. And when I throw the splatters, I always make sure that they fall on all the elements that I have cut out and placed down, because this is always a little detail that falls on all the elements, and it kind of brings everything together so that there is consistency. Now, there are many different ways to do the splatters.
So you're just going to use primer with water.
I'm going to use the primer because I have it in front of me now.
Yep.
Plus, the primer is going to stay nice and vibrant on top of everything.
So Roberta asks, how did you discover your own craft style, Vicky?
I think that the more you create, the more you find techniques. I mean, the techniques are always the same. Everyone uses the same techniques again and again. But once you get more familiar with some techniques and you are having fun with them, you try to use them again and again. Like when I started using the white gel pen, I said, I'm fun. This is such a fun technique. I'm going to do it on everything. Then with the stamping, with the color combinations, like I don't know. I think the more you create, the more you find your style.
Yeah, I agree. I started with, believe it or not, I'm not a card maker, but I did actually start. I went to a class with a friend and started with cards. That lasted 2 days. And then I started scrapbooking, and you would have a heart attack if you saw my very first scrapbooking pages. But then once I found mixed media, that's when I found my style.
Yes. I still have my first ever art journal that I made 10 years ago.
Oh, serious?
I don't know if I can. Oh, no, it's very far up in my library. The next time I'm going to bring it down for the live for you to see. It's awful, but I love it because it was the first attempt. And that's what brought me into this.
Yes, and that's the thing. So people will say to me, are you going to change your, like the scrapbooking layouts that I did? And I say no, because it shows how far I've come. So I'm going to keep it. Oh, that's just beautiful, Vicky.
So that's it. Thank you.
Beautiful.
And imagine how many different things that you can do just by recreating the same techniques, different color combination, different stencil to lift, different ephemeras, and you can make again and again so many different projects by using the exact same techniques.
I agree. There's so many things that you can do.
Yeah. And that is what I had in mind when I was designing this collection, so that you can recreate this again and again in every page with the same technique but different elements. So that's why you get so many designs to cut out and put together.
I'm so doing the wheelbarrow with the houses in it, just so you know. Actually, I hope I've got that ephemera pack. I'm pretty sure I do. I'm going to have to find it, but I'm doing it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. So everyone look out. There's going to be a reel tomorrow doing what Vicky...
do it. The thing with the card is that in the ephemera, it isn't cut out because you see all those elements were very difficult to cut out for the machine in the production. So you need to make sure that you place it on top of white, or if you color the back, use your brush and color the front here as well, so that it matches with the background.
Okay, I'm going to keep that in mind for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, Vicky, Mercedes has said, I discovered art journaling thanks to Vicky. And I did everything she did.
Vintage look, and wow, I found I'm not a fan of vintage, so kind of fine. Yeah, that's true. The thing is that you learn the techniques, you recreate them, and as you go along and create more and more, you find your own thing. The techniques are the same, but the color combinations, the elements that you use, you can get a completely different style.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Oh, thank you, Ariana. Thanks.
It's so sweet. Thank you.
Coral, when is your turn?
Funny you should mention that, because I am booked in with the beautiful Omar on It's one of the Mondays. So I need to check what date it is. But it's this month. I am doing Monday Cafe. I know it feels like it's been a while.
Good. We will learn a new technique then.
Oh, yes, you will. And I've got a good one for everyone.
Oh, perfect.
Yes. So that's my next one. When I get back from Adelaide, I'll be doing that. So what else?
Thank you, Lawrence.
Coming in.
Thank you, everyone. Everyone is so kind, supportive. They always have something good to say.
They do,
Such
don't
a
they? It's
good community, yeah.
We're a big family, and the love is just so big. Oh, I just saw Omar. I can't wait.
Omar, yes.
Yes, we love Omar. Yep. So I'm still clicking. I'm still scrolling. Everyone's saying beautiful. So I'm going to bring you
everyone.
Back. And we're going to go. Nope, not that one. Oh, yeah, we can stay with that one. That way we can kind of see the other one.
We can see the project, yeah.
Yeah. Sylvia says, thank you. Can't love it more. Everyone's just so kind. Look at this, Vicky. This is all for you.
Oh, yes, it's International Women's Day today.
It is International Women's Day, and that's why we're together. But like Omar said, he's like, it should be International Everyone Day.
Yes.
Everyone Day. That's what we should. Hey, Andy. Beautiful. That's all right. You can watch this again tomorrow, today. Yeah. Grab yourself a cup of tea and a coffee. You will not be disappointed.
You can watch it anytime you like.
No, you can watch it 10 times, 20 times, 50 times. We don't mind, do we, Vicky? The more you watch, the better it is. So amazing. Oh my God, they're all coming in. You ladies, you're all like this on your computers and phones. It's very, very quick. Oh, Anna,
thank beautiful. You, Anna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Look, we have fun, don't we, Vicky? We love sharing what we know.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my gosh, everyone's just, I can't keep up. Yes, watch it again and again and again. Yes.
I cannot see the comments. I only see the ones that you put on the screen, but then I always go back on the Facebook page of Stamperia and I just look there if there are any questions that we missed and I can answer and everything.
Well, see, on here, I can see from YouTube and Facebook.
And that's good.
Facebook, I don't think the YouTube comments come up unless I click on it. So it's crazy. And I'm just, so I try to click on everyone's comments, but when they come in fast, it just, you see one and then it's gone.
They run so fast up.
Yeah. So I thought, okay, well.
The birdhouses. Okay, cool.
That's so cool. I need to do your dress. Oh, you're very kind. I'm going around the place. Oh, have you got it there? To be honest, I wasn't planning on teaching it and it's gone nuts. So I started, look, there's Vicky's.
Yes, I was really happy to do the class with Farrell when we were in Budapest for the convention. It is an amazing technique, gorgeous.
Thank you. Yes. So
such a fun class.
There's a few techniques in there that I think people would be like, oh, okay.
Yes.
So once I have taught it in person, then I promise I will do it online. So I've got a few places in Australia that I'm teaching it, plus in the US. So I'm doing it on the cruise, and then I'm doing another version for Christmas in July in Dallas. So then after that, I could probably do an online class. So keep an eye out.
Yeah, or something similar. Yeah.
Yeah, do something. Yes, because the way I'm going, I think I'm buying all of, there'll be no Cosmos Infinity left. Because I keep buying it all.
Yes.
So, yes, I will. Yes, you need the ephemera. I think
So much
It
fun.
is probably one of, especially for art journaling, the best products, I think, for art
Yes.
journaling. Would you
From
agree,
every
Vicky?
collection. I love them all. I mean, I'm using Pacos now. Then
Mm,
next week, I will start using, I'm not saying.
yes. We're using beep, 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 beep. Yes, that's what we're doing. In Pacos, actually, I love the little postcard ephemera.
Yes,
Oh my gosh,
yes.
love. So I've got to do something with them too.
Hmm.
Okay, so everyone, I know you're all still commenting, and I think if we stayed here all night, you ladies would stay here too. But unfortunately, we have to go. So thank you, Vicky. Always a pleasure doing a live with you.
Thank you. Thank you. You are the best host.
Oh, see what I mean, everyone? She's so sweet. Just big heart. I just want to squeeze you, but I can't. Um,
I miss you.
Everyone, thank you very much for being here. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So we appreciate you being here on a Wednesday night, morning, afternoon. It means a lot to us. You guys are here. And was today Wednesday? So we will be back
Wednesday.
on Friday.
Yay.
Yes,
Okay.
Friday. So make sure you set your reminders, and everyone have
That's it.
a good Wednesday and happy Thursday, and we shall see you Friday. Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.